Okay, welcome to the next part of our radioactivity extravaganza. This is an example of a decay equation. This is the sort of thing you're going to have to solve. Now this one's already solved. Firstly, let's have a look at the components of what we've got here. In this area here, we've got, let me get our little pointer here because I think it might be handy. Just give me a little pointer here. There we go. Right. So, let's, in this area here, we've got our start off point. This is what's happening. We've got a uranium atom. Now remember, this is telling us it's uranium, and this is telling us the number of protons that are in it, and this is the number of protons and neutrons added together. So this is what we call uranium-238. Okay, and this arrow tells us that this uranium-238 is going to decay. It's going to break down into two bits. It's going to break down into this atom here, which is called thorium, and one of these things, which you should know is an alpha particle. Alright, so this is an example of a decay equation showing alpha emission. Okay, let's look at the numbers and see how they balance. On this side here, we've got 92 protons. And therefore we need to have 92 protons on the other side. So we've got 90 here plus another 2. Easy. 92 equals 90 plus 2. Simple. And then what we've got to balance the other numbers on the equation. So on this side we've got 238. And that goes to 234 plus 4. 238 equals 234 plus 4. Easy peasy. Alright. Now, how you're likely to get this, if you got a question like this, you might be given this. You'd be told, this is uranium-92, 238. And that goes to thorium. Oh, I don't want that. Undo, can I undo? What? Why is that no undoing? Because I'm recording. Can I choose a rubber? Can I rub that out? I can. You're so clever, Mr. Swill. Thanks very much. Right, thorium, 90 and 234 plus some unknown particle X with a couple of boxes. Right, this is the kind of question you might get, where you're required to identify object X, alright, what is this thing here, and to fill in these two numbers. Alright, so you would be looking at this and saying, well, okay, I've got 92, let me get my pointer, I've got 92 here, and it goes to 90 here, so to balance this equation, this number here has to be number 2. Easy. 90 equals 92. Start again. 92 equals 90 plus 2. And on the top, you would have to balance that by putting a number 4 in here. And then whenever you saw 2, 4, you would realise that this object here is an alpha particle. Remember, sometimes given the symbol He for helium. Alright? So this is what you would have to do down the bottom here. You would be given part of one of these equations up here. Okay, so now we've got a situation involving beta radiation. Okay, and it's simple, and now you'll see how the -1 comes in. It's just exactly the same as before. The numbers at the top have got to be balanced, and the numbers at the bottom have got to be balanced. So, if we look firstly at the numbers at the top, we've got 14, carbon 14 is decaying into a nitrogen 14, and this number stays the same because this one's 0. Alright, 14 plus 0, 14 plus 0 equals 14. On this side, we've got to make it equal, so we've got 6 here on the bottom. We've got 6, let me get a different colour here. We've got 6 on the bottom here, and that equals 7 plus minus 1. 7 plus minus 1 is 6. 7 minus 1 is 6. So you can see it's balanced, and that's where the minus 1 comes in. And you need to know that this thing here is beta. Okay? And similarly, you may get this in a question where you're given something like, you could be given carbon 614, and that decays into some, say, nitrogen, and you might be this time required to fill in these boxes, plus E minus 1, 0. Okay? This time, the boxes that you're filling in are these two. Okay? So you've just got to balance it as before and look at it and say, okay, let me get a different colour here. Right, so 14. On this side we've got nothing here, so that must be still 14. And then we've got 6 on this side, so what plus minus 1 makes 6? Well, 7 plus minus 1 makes 6. Alright, it's just a case of simply balancing all of the numbers. It's pretty straightforward. Once you've got the hang of it, piece of cake.